Number 1. My intention is not to make anyone who is admitted to a hospital feel afraid. Actually, I am writing this down because I want to share a traumatic experience that I have encountered during my stay at Tan Tock Seng Hospital. It was somewhere in the late 1990s when I was warded at Tan Tock Seng Hospital due to chickenpox. I was in a bad shape, and this required me to stay in the hospital for at least 2 weeks. Unfortunately, I couldn't recall the ward in which I was admitted to. My stay in the hospital was not an enjoyable one, as every day throughout the 2 weeks stay, I happened to see an apparition peeping at me from a window across the room. It is the apparition of something with horns, staring at me, eyes so glaring with the coming of midnight. I couldn't exactly describe the thing because I am usually aware of its presence from the corner of my eyes. The thing usually appears from 7 p.m. and will stay there until 5 a.m. in the morning. During this time, as a child, I was very frightened, lest the thing wanted something from me. So I will pretend to sleep without moving a muscle every day until the break of dawn. My heart was thumping so fast, so hard, I felt that it was going to jump out of my mouth. When I think of the experience that I am going to encounter for the rest of my stay, I was so emotional and begged my parents to stay with me. However, for no reason I do not know, I always fail to tell them about the incident. Neither do I tell the nurses doing the midnight shift. It is no wonder nobody occupied the bed just near the window, because it is just so spooky. So anyone who is going to be warded in the hospital, beware of that thing leering at you.
Number 2. This is an experience I had when I was in secondary school. I was admitted to the hospital, which I can't say. I got a very high fever and fit at that time, and had to spend one night there. That one night is one which I'll never forget. I was at Class C ward, which means there are a few others with me in the ward. Usually there are 3 nurses around during the night shifts in each ward, but my bed happens to be at the end of the ward, so I am very much alone in that sense. For some reason, I woke up in the middle of the night and glanced at my watch. It was 3 a.m. in the morning. Suddenly, I felt a presence around me, and when I looked at the corridor, it was a sight I'll never forget. There, walking along the corridor, was a group of woman-like figures, all wearing white. Their backs were facing me, so I only saw their long hair and long flowing white robes. There were about 10 of them, and when I looked down, they were floating. Luckily, they did not turn, otherwise I won't be here telling this story. They just floated towards the staircase at the end of the hall. I think they were Pontianaks. I quickly read out some Quranic verse to calm myself down, thanking God I was not harmed. One thing I want to tell you all people out there, Pontianak are not ghosts of people who died during childbirth. Those who died during childbirth go straight to heaven after doomsday. They are categorized under those who got the Shahid death, which means they go straight to heaven, and same to those who fought in and died because of Islam. The Pontianaks we know are actually demons and shaitans.